Hey there, everybody. I'm CCP Dolan back in the commentary booth with CCP Rise, bringing you Moist Dot in red versus Transmission Lost in blue in the 13th match of Day 1 of Alliance Tournament 11.
Really interesting stuff going on here. We have two setups that are much different than anything we've seen so far. Proteuses for the Moist team along with the Chronos, and Ravens along with the Golem for the Transmission Lost team. But there has been some kind of weirdness going on with the warping into the arena. I don't know if this is intentional, but the Moist Chronos is back with the Neros. So you see those two ships up there in the top left. That's Logistics, which should be at range, along with the Chronos, which probably should be at 0 where the Proteuses are. But I don't know if that's a strategy for them to have that Chronos protect the Oneros, or if that's just a mistake and the Chronos is at the wrong range for some reason. But
it seems to me like it would be a much better move to put the Iskers in Guardian mode. Like
yeah.
Mode.
Whoa,
oh,
micro jump back.
Drive. Hey, that's why.
That's why.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
You're about to see the big red square on your left, top left, about to fly across the arena here. In a few seconds there he is. Boom.
Oh, man. All right, let's see if that works out for him at all. That's pretty sweet. Again, he's got the huge web bonus, so if he manages to lock anything before it gets away from him, he should have no problem catching a Raven, basically. That should be the fastest route for him to the Ravens, which is pretty cool. You'll see he'll beat the Proteuses there, which is pretty amazing.
Let's see if he actually catches reps. There's a lot of Mollis on the team. I think making that micro jump drive move may have been a mistake because he's basically on his own.
Yeah, I was going to say since he started next to the Oneros, he is now 100K from the Oneros, which is not good. And you can see he's getting melted by those Caldari battleships.
I think that this is another example of like good theory behind the micro jump drive. Not the best execution. Perhaps bringing in.
I think it's the opposite. This is awesome execution of a really bad theory. But anyway, he's dead. So cool moves, like way to be a playmaker. But the other thing that made this a lot worse for them, and I don't know if they didn't see it coming or if they just didn't react to it right, but there's damps. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 3 Mollis in the field should have said to him like, nope.
Yeah.
Time to not do this, lest I be completely isolated from my team.
Yeah, exactly. Shut himself off from his logistics for a really long time. Like even if there was no damps, he would have been out of range for at least a little while. But with the damps there, it could be a long time, and obviously plenty of time for the Transmissions Lost team to take him out. So
the match is like it's heavily weighted in Transmission Lost's favor at this point. But 3 Protei do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Like
yep.
If they catch like the Basilisk, which is tackled right now.
Yep, they're all sitting on top of him.
They're just pumping through its ASB. Like once that ASB fails, the Basilisk dies. If they can like, and they're trying to like run like DPS against the Oneros. I don't know. They really just have to take out this Basilisk and then additionally no Raven to really get this game on get this match on an even footing.
Wow, yeah, it looks like the Oneros is going to drop. They have a lot of damage on the Moist team, like Proteuses plus the Thorax plus potentially the Ishkers. Although it looked to me like the Ishkers are probably running armor maintenance bots for the Oneros. But anyway, Oneros down, Chronos down. I don't know. That was crazy. I love the play, but I just feel like it's not a good idea to do that. Something else for this match, I don't know, if all of you guys have been active lately, but a big change we did in Odyssey was a huge cruise missile buff. So it may be more and more common today to see Ravens or Typhoons or Golems fielding the new cruise missiles, which do about 30% more damage than they used to.
Yeah. Well, we did see cruise missiles quite frequently in Alliance Tournament 10 last year, and now they're only better.
Yeah. Thorax down, by the way.
Just more reason to bring them. Yeah, I think that like at this point, Transmission Lost just has to not fall apart.
This is actually a really weird development, though, too. They had that Basilisk pinned down with their whole team shooting it. Could not break it.
Now they're breaking this Raven pretty easily.
That's what I'm saying. Now they switch to a Raven and crush it. That is really strange to me for the Basilisk to have that much bigger of a tank than the Raven. Maybe it's I don't know. The Basilisk doesn't have any E-War on him, so he's not jammed. I'm not sure why that is. That's kind of weird. I wonder what. Maybe it's because he's using the shield reps to support like that Tyrannus, which just died, instead of the Raven. But there's only reps falling on the Raven. I don't know. That's kind of odd.
He is holding to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Web landing on him, but the web's not gonna do much. Yeah, here he comes. Like if they crack the Raven, they're on a little bit better spot, but they're trading a Raven for 1 of 3 Proteus if this Proteus drops.
Yeah, and the big problem they have here is if they trade ships, even if they trade down to where it's 1 Raven versus 1 Proteus, the 1 Raven with logistics is going to have such an easy time sustaining versus that last Proteus or your last 2 Protei or whatever. So,
well, both teams came in undermanned. Like they didn't field the full 12. Default, we'll say this all tournament long. Default, not a great choice. basic math and statistics have reported that if you don't bring the full amount of pilots in all Alliance tournaments ever,
You should always try to do what basic math and statistics tell you to.
yeah, not advanced math and statistics. That's wacky, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Ishkur dropping, Harry Predin getting caught. I don't know. I just think like
This is such a weird match. I think if they'd have just warped the Kronos to 0, burned across with the Proteuses, it may have been way easier.
yeah, or just like when you so they obviously warped in with the plan of microjump driving, and you
Yeah.
have to warp in at 50 if you're going to get anywhere close
Right.
to the opponent.
Right.
Like if you're just going to get close, that's fine. But they should have come on field, read the other team, and said, not
I
a
feel
good
like,
idea.
yeah, exactly. I feel like this could have been really valuable. By the way, Proteus going down. It looks like now that Raven did stabilize. No, well, the first Raven died.
Yeah.
Second Raven's going to be just fine. Second Proteus going down, though, along with the rest of the support for Moist. They're not doing well.
Jaeger.
But against certain teams, it could have been really good. If there's logistics behind the lines you want to get to, and you're not worried about getting separated for some reason, there's no damps on the other team. You know, there's several situations where that might have been a really cool option to have, but this was not it. This was like the worst.
It's also like really iffy to micro jump drive as one.
Yeah.
Like
right.
just one micro jump drive is really throwing it out there. You have to hope that your team can get there in time desperately rather than having any sort of backup. Because rarely, like one Kronos has a lot of damage. But in an Alliance tournament, like
Right, he's not going to
He's
break
not-
something by himself.
he's
Not a
not gonna
battleship.
be. He's not gonna like snap kill a Slipnir or something like.
Right.
That's not gonna happen.
Right. Yep. I don't know. Kind of odd. I like the potential though. I wonder how much more we'll see this sort of tactic. You know,
Yeah.
moving forward. It could be really fun. We could have more of this
To be
jumping
fair,
across the field.
in every tournament, when we add something new, it takes a while to figure out how
Yeah.
to play it.
Absolutely.
Like there's testing grounds at the beginning a couple days. Like when we added the ASB, we saw like, yeah, I'm gonna armor rep and then I'm gonna fit an ASB on my Slipnir. It's gonna be crazy. Like no, that just doesn't.
I heard.
really-
I didn't watch, but I think that a lot of dual tanking is going on in the SEL.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe
Dual
sort of
tank
a
Macarials
thing.
are the thing. They're one of the ships that you can dual tank.
Anyway, back to the match. Proteus going down. You know, Transmissions lost a couple of support, but this Proteus is definitely going to drop in just a second here for Moist, and that will do it. I really like both compositions and style points to Moist, but Transmissions lost is going to take this one. I don't know why I can't say Transmission lost without pluralizing it, but anyway, we'll be back in a couple minutes with another match. Hope you guys enjoyed that one, and thanks for watching.